I might take a drink real quick. I gotta take a drink. I gotta get another soda. I do want to say, though, I feel like back then, they designed quests to make sense, and now they design quests to be efficient. Like, the quest actually making sense is, like, you know, secondary.
The other quest you obtained was the prison's casing, which required going to Dark Whisper Gorge,
Oh, we went there. Remember how that
demon-infested
went?
area in the
That went
southern
great.
area of Winterspring. The demons here were also max-level elites, so it was best to come with a group, as you needed to gather 5 tiers items, but it could be soloed if really needed.
Obviously.
The next step was to return to Dial back in the Blasted Lands, where you would hand in this quest. This led to the next and final quest, Suppression. You needed to find a Doomguard commander nearby. These large elites were surrounded by many other demons that you needed to clear, as to not pull extra mobs. After that, you would then approach the Doomguard and summon the Crystal Prison, and begin the enslaving ritual, which would aggro the Doomguard to you as you channeled the spell, much like the Hunter's Tame Beast. However, unlike Tame Beast, you did not require aggro on the target, so a nearby tank could pull the demon's aggro from you, and you could continue the enslavement. This was basically required, as the Doomguard could cast War Stomp, stunning you and stopping the cast, or it could just outright kill you with the elite's high damage.
That's the way it should
Once
be.
the cast was complete, the
that
quest
shit was
turned
really
in,
hard to do.
you would gain the spell to summon the demon, and an offhand item that gave stam and health regen. Or you could just farm the Grimoire of Doom, a rare drop from specific demons that could be sold on the auction
What the
house,
fuck? Really?
instead of having to do the
Oh,
long quest
yeah.
line. Funny thing about
yeah.
this, the book was actually
I remember
added
that.
3 major patches before the quest line was, meaning some already had the spell by the time the quest came out. This demon had a powerful Rain of Fire attack, a Dispel, a Cripple that slowed enemies' attack and movement speed, and War Stomp, an AoE stun.
Okay.
However, just like the quest, summoning the demon is not as simple as casting a spell. This spell had a 1-hour cooldown that required a demonic figurine reagent. You need to begin the spell, placing the figurine in front of you, then you would begin channeling into a portal. 4 other members of your party would then also need to channel into the portal, and much like the Warcraft 1 spell, the Doomguard required a sacrifice. Randomly, one of the 5 channelers would be killed, even possibly the Warlock, and a Doomguard would then be summoned.
So you used to be able to do this, right? Is you would you'd take an item. Yeah, this was fucking amazing. You would take an item, and then you would use that item, and you would summon a Doomguard. It would kill a random player. And people did this in Goldshire. Because whenever the Doomguard would spawn, it would be hostile, and the Warlock would have to enslave it. And I remember this was very, very common. I saw this shit happen all the time, and they just let it run wild and kill people. It was amazing.
4 other members of your party would then also need to channel into the portal, and much like the Warcraft 1 spell, the Doomguard required a sacrifice. Randomly, one of the 5 channelers would be killed, even possibly the Warlock.
Of course.
And a Doomguard would then be summoned. The demon would then quickly begin to attack the players, as it needed to be enslaved under the Warlock's service.
There it is.
Then, the demon was yours, unless it resisted the enslavement, or broke out of the enslave a few minutes later.
Right, of
Then
course.
you would need to rush out another enslaved demon cast. This is why some Warlocks would cast Curse of Shadows on the demon first, before enslaving it, to lower its resistances to shadow magic, and give enslaved demon a higher chance to work and not break early.
There it is.
The Doomguard, like the Infernal Warlock summon, was quite the feat, and fun to troll low-level players in towns, as just summoning the demon would kill nearby players. However, since the Infernal had an AoE that would quickly kill nearby low levels, did not require 5
There it
players,
is.
and for one of them to die, it was the go-to for this trolling method, leaving the Ritual of Doom a rarely used spell in vanilla, as it was powerful, but too annoying, risky, time-consuming, and did not scale well.
Too annoying, risky, time-consuming. All the things that made Classic good, and they removed all that stuff out of BFA, and now nobody gives a shit.
When Warlocks were already using specific demons for spells and buffs. Because remember, you could not have an enslaved demon and a normal Warlock summoned demon at the same time. Now, during the time from Vanilla WoW to Wrath, there was very little changes to the Doomguard, and the only way to affect its power was through a talent in the Demonology tree that made Enslaved Demon more effective, and the Enslaved Demon stronger, as Enslaved Demon, the spell,
enslaving
would
elite demons is
actually
like the best part about
debuff
classic
your enslaved
Warlocks.
demon.
It was so
This talent
badass.
was removed in Wrath of the Lich King, so it really did not help make this spell age well,
Yeah.
putting a nail in the coffin for the Ritual of Doom, ever being useful in its first iteration.
I don't know why they got rid of that.
The
It was
Doomguard
fucking
was changed
awesome.
in Cataclysm to no longer be summoned by Ritual of Doom,
it was so
removing
sad.
the quest line, the book, and the spell. Instead, getting the Summon Doomguard spell, which became a standard big DPS cooldown. A long 45-second duration with a 10-minute cooldown. In contrast to the old version, it became very strong, almost like an army of the dead for the Death Knights. The Doomguard would attack your targets affected by your Bane of Doom
wait.
or Bane of
This
Agony.
might be a stupid question. Do DKs still even have Army of the Dead? Do they still even have that spell anymore? Like, I don't know. They do. Okay, I thought just Unholy. So they just removed it for Frost? Wow, okay, great.
Agony spells, with its Doom Bolt ability,
So fucking stupid,
which was
man.
basically just Shadow Bolt, but did
I can't
extra
believe it.
damage if the enemy had low health. In Mists of Pandaria, the
Yeah, it was
demon's
amazing.
duration was increased to 1 minute, making it an even more powerful spell, and no longer needing to attack a target with Bane, instead attacking the Warlock's primary target. They also added the Grimoire of Supremacy talent, which gave you a more powerful version of all your demons. This included the Doomguard, which caused you to instead summon a Terror Guard, able to cast stronger versions of the Doomguard's abilities and do more damage.
I remember this.
Then in Warlords of Draenor, while the Doomguard and many other demons got their models updated, most of the Supremacy demons did not, including the Terror Guard. However, this did not matter long, as in Legion, the Grimoire of Supremacy talent was reworked, and the Terror Guard was removed. The Doomguard was now a 3-minute cooldown
The best
with a
one was in, I think,
25-second
Legion,
duration,
whenever you could
making
have
it
it all
a
the
much
time.
more
It was
commonly used
amazing.
cooldown and the single target cooldown for all 3 Warlock specs, and could even be used as a permanent pet for Warlocks who took a certain talent. It also had Cripple, which reduced the movement speed of its target, and Shadow Lock, a ranged interrupt. However, it did not last, as with
This
BFA,
was the best fucking
the Summon
thing, dude.
Doomguard spell was removed. But the other big summon cooldown, Infernal, stayed on as a destruction-only ability.
Wait, so you can't summon Doomguards anymore in BFA? Is that true? Oh my god, dude. What do you even say? I mean, really, what do you even say?
And the Doomguard's functionality was
I-
split into 2 separate demons. The Summon Demonic Tyrant for Demonology, and Summon Darklair for Affliction. So
Okay.
each Warlock spec was given their own big demon summon, and none of them got the Doomguard. This ended the long-lasting Doomguard demon summon, as they are no longer a summonable demon within the game. However, this is not the end of the story, as the spell Doom is in the game.
Okay.
Doom was a spell in Warcraft 3 used by the Pit Lord hero.
Okay.
It afflicted the target
I
with a
remember
dot
that.
that could not be dispelled,
Yeah.
doing 40 damage every second until it died. And
Holy
upon death,
shit.
a greater demon would spawn from its corpse. And then in Vanilla WoW, we got Curse of Doom, a 1-minute cooldown, 1-minute duration dot. The special thing about this dot is it only did damage once, at the end of the minute-long curse. And it would do all this damage in one large chunk of damage. And if this damage is what killed the enemy NPC, it would have a chance to summon a Doomguard.
In Burning Crusade, if you guys did not know, Curator had a phase whenever he would take 200% damage. I was in a guild that was so bad that my guild could not meet the DPS check on Curator unless we had 2 Warlocks in the raid pre-casting Curse of Doom 1 minute out from that damage increase phase. That's how bad we were. We were literal fucking dog shit. I joined a tier 6 guild that had killed Illidan, and we go up to Curator, and we're about to pull the boss, and I say, wait, guys, how are we going to kill him? We don't even have any Warlocks. They genuinely didn't even know what I was talking about. Like, it's not even that they didn't think that we needed the strategy. They didn't even know what I was talking about at all. And I explained it to them. And I remember they just completely laughed at me. Like, they laughed at me entirely, and we just killed them in, like, the first damage phase. Or, like, even before that. I forgot which one it was. But we killed the boss in, like, seconds, basically. Because this is, like, a tier 6 guild, and I had, like, brutal gladiator gear. And I remember at that point, I realized how bad my guild really was. It was an illuminating moment for me.
Then it
They were
needed to be
laughing at you? Yeah,
enslaved
they
or
would
it
be.
would attack randomly, much like the ritual.
What tier 6 guild would be in Kara? Every guild almost did that was in tier 6 would do Kara because they wanted the badge gear, right? They would do badge runs all the time. Like, my guild did tier 6 runs for Karazhan, Karazhan runs in tier 6 gear all the time, just for the badges.
Doom. Doom could not be cast on players, so this is not something you can get in PvP, other than the odd NPC
It's unfortunate.
trickery. However, until patch 1.10, it could be cast onto players under the control of an NPC using a mind control-like ability. So if that happened, you could accidentally kill one of your mind-controlled raid members, then summon a Doomguard in the middle of your raid. For fun.
Hey,
This rarely ever
Why
happened in
not?
vanilla, as the Curse of Agony spell dealt much more damage, and there was many curses that needed to be applied before you could even think of applying a DPS curse, as each Warlock could only apply one curse. Curse of Shadows and Elements, Curse of Weakness or Tongues, and then you could apply Agony or Doom, as long as the mobs had the debuff slots for it. During Wrath of the Lich King, the spell now always summoned a Doomguard if the target died from the dot, that would give you experience or honor, making these summoned Doomguards a bit more common. However, it could no longer summon a Doomguard off of low-level mobs. Then in Cataclysm, the spell was changed, and it lost its capability to summon Doomguards, instead summoning an Ebon Imp on a 20% chance per tick.
What the
That
fuck?
could
An
now be
Ebon
cast on
Imp?
players.
That sounds like...
Bane of Doom was
that
renamed to
sucks.
Doom in Mist of Pandaria,
Yeah,
and
that totally
simply became
sucks.
a stronger damage over time ability with unique damage intervals. It also became a demonology-only spell. But through Cataclysm, Mist of
People saying the server's up? Is the server actually up? Is it actually up or not? I'll try to relog and see. Okay, let's see if I can get back in. We've got a login queue. It says logging in the game server. Okay, well, we'll just watch the rest of the video.
Pandaria, Warlords of Draenor, and Legion, it showed no soon return to summoning a Doomguard, even though it did see a handful of changes. However,
It was so
come BFA,
sad that they
it
did
became
that.
a talent for Demonology Warlocks, and with this, once again, you were able to summon a Doomguard.
So is this in the game now?
Having no cooldown but a 30-second duration, again dealing damage at the end of its duration, you could have this Doom spell up on as many mobs as you wanted. And after 30 seconds, if the damage killed the mob, it would have a chance to summon a Doomguard. A tiny 5% chance though. Now, I have been unable to find any Warlocks to confirm this as working, as few times do they ever get a chance to actually test this out in the field.
Nobody even knows if it
As if
works
the
because
spell is
nobody
used on
uses the
mobs
talent.
that are
That's
likely
great.
to die from the dot are
love
unlikely
it.
to live for 30 seconds.
Wow.
While those who are likely to live 30 seconds,
Why am I not
like
surprised?
bosses, are unlikely to have the dot be the killing blow. So the Doomguard has sort of been lost to history with BFA. The only way to get it now is far too unlikely, and possibly not even working. From Warcraft 1 as the very first demon, to almost 25 years later, the Doomguard has been a staple of the Warlock. Hopefully we can see the demons return in the future as the powerful spell slinger it
Yeah,
once
we will,
was.
because we'll be able to play
Alright,
Classic
and that's the end of
again.
the video. If you like this video, I have a huge
it'll
playlist
be
of
great.
other history of things in WoW, just like this one, as well as history videos of nearly all the other Warlock demon pets, which will be linked at the end of this video.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's like one of the sad things, is whenever they take something out of the game that's been in the game for such a long time. I don't really know why, but whenever I see something like that, it always disappoints me. Because I just wish that there were more things like that in the game that we could do, and I don't know, I feel like the game has... It doesn't really feel like the game evolves anymore. I don't know, maybe that's like a way for me to put it. It doesn't feel like the game evolves. It's like just all the same stuff. And it's just... It adds flavor? Well, yeah, it adds flavor. I mean, that's really what it's about. I mean, like, that's why the content's exciting and everything. Frostfire Bolt? Yeah, I don't know. Like, there are just so many different ways of looking at it. Devolve. Well, it doesn't devolve. Like, I don't think devolves is... I don't know if that's really the right way of saying it. But I feel like it just doesn't... The game doesn't grow. It feels like every expansion almost, the game shrinks. Maybe that's just like me being like pessimistic or something, but that's at least the way that I feel about it. Should Blizzard expand on vanilla content? It's not even letting me load in. The fuck? It's like stagnating. That's devolving. No, I feel like it's not even really what it is. Like devolving, I feel like has a different connotation. I don't think that's the accurate word. Let's see. I'll try to load in again. Okay. So we're on connecting. Logging in the realm. And it just takes me right back to here. What the fuck? Like, I don't get it. Catering to new players, watch Wall Classic. Well, we'll just say, I'm in character creation screen. Okay, well, should I just like restart or something? Like, I don't even know what to do. I'm trying to connect again. And it keeps telling me, it says logging in the game server. And then it takes me to the load-in screen. Abandon, restart. I mean, I've been restarting. Like, I'm seeing if this is going to work, but it seems like I'm just kind of stuck here. I don't know what the hell's going on. I'm stuck too. Yeah, this is really, really stupid. Okay. Yeah, so this is happening to everybody. Is that right? Okay, I'll just, I'll go to another video. And we'll just keep watching these until we actually, we have the server come up for real. I'm not sure why it's so dumb. Okay, yeah, it's a stress test. Exactly. Yeah, this is what stress tests are. Okay, let me go back and I'll look at the rest of these. Okay. Oh, here we go. This is good. You know, this one's going to make a lot of people mad. Let's look at this one. This is great. Top 10 changes that made WoW better after vanilla WoW. Okay. Here we go. Yeah, that'll be perfect.